Back on First Take, the Houston Texans face against the Jacksonville Jaguars this week. They're currently undefeated on the season, 4-0, but for some reason, these guys haven't been able to produce at an offensive level like we've expected them to. Tremon Shady was heralded as a top 5 quarterback before this season started, but so far throughout this season, he's been productive, but not at a top 5 level, maybe not even a top 10 level. And that's shocking for Houston Texans fans. His first 2 years in the NFL, this guy was the best thing since sliced bread, throwing darts all over the field, scoring at least 30 points per game. And that was a shocker to the Texans fan base and the entire NFL because Tremon Shady was a 5th round pick coming out of Jackson State. No one expected him to be a starter, let alone this good. But those who paid attention to Tremon Shady in high school knew that he was better than where his draft status stated him to be. Tremon Shady was a 5-star recruit coming out of high school, and he was good in some of the games that he played at Ohio State, but for some reason he ended up transferring after he got hurt, going to Jackson State back home in his home state of Jackson, Mississippi, where he lit it up. Now my question for you, Stephen K, does Tremon Shady deserve to be the #1 paid quarterback in the NFL? He's going to be finishing his 3rd year this year, and because he wasn't a 1st round pick, he doesn't have a 5th year option.
In my opinion, Tremon Shady is that dude. He definitely deserves his money. Top 5 in passing yards every single year he's been in the NFL, dominated in passing touchdowns as well. He did throw a lot of interceptions, which I don't like, but this guy's been productive ever since he's been on the field. Was a 5th round pick. Nobody expected it from him. You got to pay that man. He deserves it. Tremon Shady is a bad brother on the football field.
Now, we're going to be joined by one of his old coaches, someone who coached him at Ohio State. Hey, Coach, thanks for joining us. First question I have for you. What was Tremon Shady like while he was at Ohio State, before he got to play at Jackson State and really evolve into the elite quarterback he is nowadays?
He was always a talented guy. I just didn't like his attitude, if I'm being completely honest with you. Always thought he was a phenomenal talent, big arm, very accurate down the field, can make all the requisite throws. Wasn't as mobile as we liked him to be. That was another thing that we didn't like about him at Ohio State. Really couldn't run for 60-yard touchdowns like we wanted to. But yeah, he was a very entitled kid. Got along with his teammates, though, but he was a very entitled kid while he was in Columbus. So I don't know if that's changed from now, but yeah, that was pretty much my assessment of him.
Seeing Tremon Shady, seeing him at Ohio State, seeing him go to Jackson State, dominate there, then being a 5th round pick, no one expected anything out of him. He ends up dominating in the NFL his first 2 seasons, wins his first playoff game last year. This year, hopefully he can take the next step. What do you think of Tremon Shady as of today?
If I'm being completely honest, I did not expect him to be this coming out of Ohio State after he left. Maybe if you were to ask me this question, him coming out of high school, I would have said no doubt. But from what I saw at Ohio State, didn't expect it at all. But nowadays, I just think he's a good quarterback. I don't think he's great. Nowhere near on the level as DeMarcus Williams and Sean Amory, but a very good quarterback, serviceable starting quarterback. I don't think he's not a top 10 guy.
Interesting, but I disagree, Coach. So I have a question for you. Do you think he deserves to be paid in the top 5 in the NFL?
If I'm being completely honest, no, he doesn't deserve to be paid that much. This guy went one and done as the #2 seed his rookie year. They had a good team around him. Last year, he won 1 playoff game, then got bounced in the 2nd round. This year, the team is amazing around him, but this guy's doing the bare minimum. The reason why he looks so good and you guys think he's so great is because he has all of this talent around him. Great wide receivers, good offensive line, a great running back. This guy has it all and he can't deliver.
Damn, Coach. I think you're clearly being biased right here. I think he'll definitely prove you wrong, especially this week against the Jacksonville Jaguars, a team that has an elite secondary. He'll prove that he deserves his money.
CBS Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
Welcome to Houston, Texas, where we have the Houston Texans facing off against the Jacksonville Jaguars. One team is 4-0, the other team is 3-1. This should be a great one right here. We're now joined by a beautiful sideline reporter, Jenny Caldwell. Jenny, you got a chance to talk with both coaching staffs before the game. What did they end up telling you?
The Texans coaching staff told me that they wanted to make sure during the week that they told Tremon Shady to take his time. Every play does not have to be a home run. This is a great defense, and you want to be precise on every single play. While the Jacksonville Jaguars said that they need to stop the run game for the Houston Texans if they really want to win this game.
Start this game off, the Jacksonville Jaguars are up 7-0. First down and 10. 1:40 left to go. Sent Jake Charles in motion. Shady drops back. Throws it across the middle to Brent Roberts for a big gain. 18 yards on that play. Made it look easy. Drop back, back foot hit, got rid of the ball. Tight end gets it, and he goes upfield. That's what happens when you throw the ball with anticipation and accuracy. Gives your receiver the chance to run after the catch. Second down and 6. If we're going to keep it on the ground, Shady decides to call an audible at the line of scrimmage. Shady, with time, throws it across the middle. Chris Ferguson, the all-pro wide receiver with 12. 35 seconds left to go in the first. Play action. Shady, with time, throws it to the corner. Brent Roberts, a first down conversion once again. And at the end of one, the Jacksonville Jaguars are up 7-0, but the Texans is driving. It's second down and 7 now. Start of the second quarter. Shady makes another audible. He drops back, man coverage. Throws it on a slant to Ferguson, but the ball gets knocked out. Great play by the defensive back right there. That's his first incompletion of the game. Third down and 7. Can they get off the field? Shady, with time, finds a man. Brent Roberts ends up getting upfield. 17-yard gain on the play. After 2 attempts to get the ball in the end zone, it'd be third down and goal for the Texans. Shady making audibles once again at the line of scrimmage. He drops back, trying to find somebody. Shady dumps it off to Charles, and he's going to be short of the goal line. They're going to have to go for the 3 right there. After getting 3, the Jaguars will go down the field, put up a touchdown. It's 14-3 now. Shady with a dime to Brent Roberts across the middle of the field for 23 yards. That was a very risky throw. Threw it in the coverage, threw it with anticipation, but puts it right on the money. 54 has no chance of getting the rock. And with 2 minutes left to go in the first half, the Texans are driving. First down and 10, pistol formation. Shady makes an audible at the line of scrimmage. Has time, trying to find somebody. Throws it to Chris Ferguson. Ends up stiff arming the DB. Ends up getting in the end zone. First touchdown of the game for the Houston Texans with less than 2 minutes left to go in the first half. Against an elite secondary. 1-score game now in Houston. But it didn't take long for the Jacksonville Jaguars to respond. The score is 21-10, 45 seconds left. Shady, play action, throws it to Ferguson on the curl, 14 yards. They're going to have to get up to the football and snap this ball. 3 catches, 68 yards so far on the game for Chris Ferguson. Second down and 10. Shady, with time, throws it across the middle. Brent Roberts ends up getting smacked by the safety, but they're moving the ball. 24 seconds left. Shady, with time, throws it to Brent Roberts. Once again, Brent Roberts gets out of bounds, 17-yard reception. 13 seconds left to go in the first half. Shady throws it to Swain. Swain ends up getting into the end zone. And now it's a 1-score game, 21-17 at the half. This halftime show was brought to you by the Reason Sports Universe. If you want to see yourself featured in some of these videos on this channel, then watch this video right here. You can be a character in the Reason Sports Network universe. We make content for high school, college, and the pros. You can submit a form. The link will be in the description. However, if you sign up with Patreon, you'll have a lot more customization and control over your character. The link will be in the description. You can also view your player's season and career stats online. The link will be in the description. I also added a social media feature for the universe to be more immersive. The link to that video will also be in the description. If you don't have Patreon, but you still want to be featured on the channel more, then make sure you're active in the comment section. You being consistently active reminds me to put you on the channel in some way. When you submit a form, your character will be put in the universe. You can see yourself in a live stream or video when teams play, but it's highly unlikely that you'll see me controlling your player throughout a game if you don't have Patreon. Signing up with Patreon gives you control over attributes, accessories, gives you a GTA face, control over your backstory, and you'll be one of the best players in the universe. Now, if you're new to the channel, anybody that has a period next to their name means that they are a subscriber to the channel, and anyone that has an apostrophe next to their name means that they are a Patreon member. But this has been a very exciting first half. This game is definitely living up to the hype. A 3-1 team versus a 4-0 team. The 4-0 team, the Houston Texans, they've done their thing so far lately in this game. At first, it looked like the Jacksonville Jaguars had full control of this matchup, moving the ball up and down the field, the defense making some good stops. It was looking like we were about to go into halftime and the score was going to be 21-10. But the Texans moved down the field, put the ball in the end zone. Now it's 21-17. Our beautiful sideline reporter, Jenny Caldwell, got a chance to talk with both of the coaching staffs at halftime. Jenny, what did they tell you?
I talked with both coaching staffs and they told me all they need to do is play their game and they should be able to win. Now, we'll find out whose game is better.
4:07 left to go in the third quarter. Shady drops back, dumps it off to Roberts, ends up getting the first down. That's what I love to see from Tremon Shady, taking what the defense gives him. Right here, the Jaguars send a nickel blitz, but Brent Roberts gets found 15 yards down the field for a first down. Now, it will be third down right here on a critical down for the Texans offense. Linebacker blitz from the Jaguars. He doesn't get picked up, and Tremon Shady goes to the ground for a loss of 7. The Texans don't have a good kicker, so they were kind of bumped out of field goal range. They go for it on fourth down. Shady, with time, throws it to the middle of the field, ends up getting picked off. His first interception of the game. And I know that Ohio State coach is victory lapping right now. The Jags are up 24-17 right now. 4 seconds left to go in the third quarter. They find Chris Ferguson across the middle of the field, and that would pretty much be the end of the third quarter after that 18-yard reception. The Jags are up 24-17 over the Houston Texans. But the Texans would be in position to score right here. Play action from Shady. With time, finds Roberts across the middle of the field. He gets into the end zone. If the Texans get this extra point right here, we'll have a tie game with 4 minutes, 20 seconds left to go in the fourth quarter. Exciting football game. Great throw with anticipation. Soon as he saw Brent Roberts coming open, he fired that thing in there. Now the score is tied. Texans have the ball once again. Shady making audibles at the line of scrimmage. Shady drops back, trying to find somebody. Shady ends up getting sacked, loses the football. What a terrible play from Tremon Shady. You gotta make these type of plays if you want to be the highest paid. Shady drops back. With time, scrambling away from the pressure. Shady throwing it off platform. What touch! Brent Roberts with the toe drag swag. 47 yards on the play. Sheesh! Tremon Shady's 19 for 23. 320 passing yards. 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. And this throw in the fourth quarter can't make it up better than this. Just unbelievable. Pressure is getting to him. He's flushed out of the pocket. He's going to have to throw it off platform, and just the touch on this throw. He got enough power on it as well, man. Just an unbelievable play. Now, 2 minutes left to go in the game. Score is tied 24-24. Shady throws it to Swain. He gets the first down inside of the 5-yard line. And the Jaguars stupidly mismanaged the clock situation. Now it's 3 seconds left to go in the game, and the Texans can win the game right here off the field goal. It's up. It's good. Right down the middle. 1 second left to go in the game. The Houston Texans with the victory over the Jacksonville Jaguars. Score 27-24. Right after they said Tremon Shady doesn't show up in the big moments. I don't want to pay him this amount of money, this, that, and the third. This guy delivered. And I also heard that we should have an interview after the game with Tremon Shady. We haven't talked to him in a while. He hasn't talked with the media in a while. I just want to hear what his thoughts are after beating his divisional rival like this.
Tremon, you guys came in here as the underdog. You guys struggled early on, fell behind, but you guys kept on fighting. What does that say about this team that you guys were down, kept fighting, and now are 5-0?
Man, it really just show how much grit and toughness that we have. Like, we had a lot of doubters before this game. Didn't quite understand it. Like, we 4-0. 4-0? You're really going to say that Jacksonville better than us? We just had to show y'all what we had to do.
Late in the fourth quarter, you just take a sack fumble. You're backed up deep near your own end zone. You scramble to the right after getting pressure and you throw it deep to Brent Roberts. What was going through your head through that play?
So the game plan, we wasn't really going to have too many shots in the game plan because great secondary, elite guys, fast guys. So beating them over the top wouldn't be the objective of this game. But the guy that was covering Brent Roberts, he couldn't run with him on this specific play. So I saw Brent Roberts get a little bit of separation. They were playing man coverage, cover one to be exact. Saw him had a little bit of space. I had to buy some time, scramble to the right, lob it up there, and boom, we in position to make something happen.
I don't want to hold you up for too long. Thank you for the interview, Tremon.
And whoa. One last thing. I got to get this off my chest. That Ohio State coach got on first take, tried to disrespect me. Now what? I know this is one game, but now what? I'm better than what you've ever done in your football career, and I wasn't entitled at Ohio State. I just thought that the politics didn't play into my favor after I got hurt, and that's okay. I understand that, but don't act like I was some entitled, spoiled brat playing there. I left because you guys took my scholarship when I got hurt. And that's all cool. It's fine and dandy. But don't lie on my name. And then ever since I've left, who's been the next Ohio State quarterback? I'll wait. And one last thing. Now, I know I'm supposed to be face of the franchise and all of that, but if I ever see you in person, Coach, I'm smacking the shit out of you. Thanks for the interview, Jenny.